You have Jodie Foster trying to protect her daughter in this very large house from count it, three robbers in this awesome thriller from one of my personal favorite directors. So what do I think? Let's get into it. Panic Room is directed by David Fincher, written by David Koepp, who also produces the film, stars Jodie Foster, Kristen Stewart, Forest Whitaker, Dwight, Yoakam, Jared Leto, and this movie tells the story of a recently divorced wife, Sarah Altman, and she is living with her diabetic daughter named Sarah, and they recently have moved into this house in their new apartment. And this new apartment is filled with technology, surveillance cameras, and a very own room for hiding. But what happens is you have these three robbers. And these three robbers is not going to stop at anything to get the money that is in this house. So not only Jodie Foster's character has to fight these three robbers off, who's played by Forest Whitaker, Dwight Yoakam, and Jared Leto, but she also has to protect her diabetic daughter at all costs. Panic Room is my least favorite David Fincher film, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It is pretty much a good thing. I still love the film. I love the idea of the mother and daughter. They get this house, this apartment, and filled with all this technology and filled with all this equipment. And they got their very own panic room. And you have a lot of themes there. I like the themes that they use with using technology and surveillance cameras and a panic room for your house. And Sarah and basically Joy Foster's character has to protect her daughter, who is, of course, Kristen Stewart. And you have diabetic daughter here, and then the three robbers are after this money that the husband left around, and the husband character, of course, he's moved on with a brand new wife who is basically played by in voiceover form by an unaccredited Nicole Kidman, who was going to take over for the lead character but dropped out. And this movie did have production problems, but this is a case where the production problems worked out for the better. The film is an hour and 52 minutes long, and it does take a little while to get going. So the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, it is taking a while to get going, but you are doing your job. And you are trying your best to set up the story, and you set up the characters, set up the whole interest of what this movie is going to be. So it does take a while to get going. Also, the reason why I picked this as my least favorite Fincher film and not Alien 3 is because it doesn't have that same level of punch as his other films like Fight Club and Social Network and Zodiac and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the American version, of course. But it does have its own identity. And at first they were trying to make this movie PG-13, but David Fincher said no, he wasn't cutting anything out, and he maintained the R rating. So props to David Fincher for that, because some directors are you're just gonna have to at least try and fight with the studios to tell them, what do you want to keep in? What would you want to take out? The cinematography work in this movie is pretty good. Now, the original cinematographer, he was fired because he had disagreements on set. So the two cinematographers who do the camera work, is Conrad Wall and Darius Khondji, who did cinematography work for the movie Seven. They do a good job with the cinematography work. The editing is pretty solid. You got great music from Howard Shore, who does a great job with any music. Great musician, does music for this movie and Zodiac and The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and Twilight Saga Eclipse. The acting, of course, is really good. Jodie Foster plays the main character, and she's great. I know who the main character is, okay? Meg Altman. And while doing this, she did have injuries, and she was pregnant at the time of they doing the film, but even to any actress who has a pregnancy during filming, you have to give them credit for being able to do the movie. Even though nowadays they'll use stand-ins and CGI to hide the baby bumps, which is a pretty tough thing to do. Also, you got Forest Whitaker, Dwight, Yoakam, and Jared Leto as the three robbers, and they're all great. Forest Whitaker, he's an Oscar winner, so no doubt about him. Jared Leto, he's a great actor. He deserves another shot at Joker, because right now I'm not feeling Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. It doesn't look anything like the Joker. But then again, nor did Jared Leto's Joker. Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger were the two close, and Cesar Romero were the three most accurate Jokers. But I appreciate that whatever they was trying to do with Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. I just wish he was in it more. Maybe if you give Jared Leto his own Joker movie, he can have more to do. Everyone deserves a second chance as a character. I know, Kristen Stewart's in this movie, but yeah, overall, Panic Room and the action scenes, the sequences are really well done. The scenes of tension, it plays out like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. And it does feel like something Alfred Hitchcock would make. So I guess David Fincher must have been influenced by that. But overall, David Fincher is a pretty awesome director. And Panic Room is a pretty awesome movie. It's just my least favorite film of David Fincher's. Again, that's not a bad thing, because I still like the movie. It's just, I like his other movies more. And I may get some crap for liking Alien 3, but hey, I don't mind Alien 3. The assembly cut, the theatrical cut is... Yeah, the theatrical cut is okay. But it's despite the production problems, I'll take Alien 3 any day over any other bad movie I've seen, like Alien Resurrection or Battlefield Earth or something like that. Overall, I will give Panic Room an Epictastic. Like I said, it does take a while to get going, and it doesn't have the extra punch of his other films, but Panic Room is still a pretty entertaining film. So let me know what you guys think of Panic Room down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And it is a shame that this movie has not gotten a release on Blu-ray yet. But it did get a 3-disc special edition release with talking with the movie and covering the aspects of the film. So if I can try to find it, Amazon might look at special features. But this movie needs a Blu-ray release ASAP. Sony, Columbia, TriStar, what are you doing? So let me know what you guys think about Panic Room down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Future Filmmaker 39480, and you guys keep cool.